Hi, I'm Joan Newcomb, and today's morning musings is On the Seventh Day He Rested. I'm doing a series of daily morning musings, and I'm using posts from my blog, Adventures in Density and Effort, as inspiration. Now, I wrote these a while ago, and the world has completely changed since then. So if I encounter anything that's out of date, I will just insert the most recent information. And at the end, I will summarize the topic based on what's going on in the world today. Also, I have some special offers, so stay tuned to the very end to see what they are. On the seventh day, he rested. Years ago, I worked for a church, and one of the classes taught at the time was Psychic View of the Bible. It was that kind of church. I remember being told that only 10% of the Bible is accurate because of all the times it's been edited over the years. In order to glean the truth, you have to read it with your own intuition. One of the things I noticed was the story of creation and how God took a break on the seventh day. Really? Omnipotent consciousness needing a break? I realized it was a message to consciousness in physical form that our bodies need rest. Consciousness never rests. Awareness is always observing, but our physical form needs a nap sometimes. When we start on a spiritual path or a path of seeking higher consciousness, we may want to ignore the needs of the body. Highly spiritual gurus and lamas and sages over the centuries have become celibate, gone on fasts, hung out in the wilderness, although most of that story was symbolic. It's kind of missing the point. We are consciousness. We are already spiritual. We don't need to go out there to get it, and we don't need to starve or deprive our body to achieve enlightenment. The idea of not giving the body food or rest or affection is based on the concept that it is a distraction or something to be disciplined. Would you not give your child rest or food or affection? You'd be an abusive parent. We are consciousness in physical form, not the power and presence of God, not an aspect of God. We are consciousness. As consciousness, we are wise, all-loving, eternally amused, infinitely compassionate. We already know everything. We just can't or don't access all our information because these bodies can only download so much before the circuits fry. Spiritual practices like meditation and yoga can help raise our vibration to allow more energy and information, but it still has its limitations. And that's why it needs naps and food and love. Our bodies only know what they've experienced from the moment they are born. Our bodies are fearful of the future because they exist in the present moment. The future represents death to the body because it doesn't exist out there. It can freak out when you make so many changes in your life that it doesn't have the previous data to go on to function. The future is a higher vibratory level that the body hasn't accelerated into yet. The past can be both comforting and depressing to the body because it's been there, but it's not there now. The past is a lower vibratory level. The body has already grown beyond it, and to try to match the past or to stay in the past is invalidating, like keeping your 7-year-old in kindergarten. If you care for your body, it will take you where you want to go on your spiritual journey through life. Most people's struggle with advancement is because their bodies are holding them back. Just like a tired and hungry 2-year-old is going to slow you down when traveling. You can take responsibility for your body just as a loving parent would care for a child. You can acknowledge it when it works hard, give it healthy food, and put it to bed at a reasonable time. Love it and nurture it in ways that you may not have received love and nurturing from your biological parents. Addictions are a slightly different story. It's when the body's needs are distorted and the addict personality is often running the show. Would you let your drunk or high teenager drive? At the core of any addiction is the body's desire for comfort, to be pain-free. The first drink feels great. The 10th one feels horrible. You are not caring for your body by letting it eat gallons of ice cream and zone out in front of the TV. It doesn't feel good after that. It takes you further away from what you are really seeking. The body can resist and be angry when you start to take charge after letting it run the show this way. There are spiritual programs for dealing with any addiction. The 12 steps were actually based on 4 concepts from a mystical group. Extra steps were added so that there weren't any loopholes for addicts to sneak through. Addiction thinks it's God, so it blocks consciousness, although consciousness is always there, just stepped back and waiting. At such times, it takes a supportive group of people who've been there to offer experience, strength, and hope in detoxing the body, recovering the personality, and regaining spiritual awareness. In the present moment, where your body exists, everything is very, very well. You can have everything you need: oxygen, daylight, nature. It's the place where you, consciousness, can manifest in physical form to experience the ecstatic wonder of physical sensation. It's where you can initiate change and creation of experiences. That's all you need to do this week. Be in present time, respond to your body when it expresses its needs, and enjoy the sunshine. Try this for 7 days and see what happens. Well, I thought I was going to have a problem with this because I use the term he, and for me, it's all encompassing, and and he just brings up a whole bunch of historic, archaic, misogynistic stuff. But the point is, we are consciousness and we're in physical bodies. And so the point is in being able to navigate into travel is you got to take care of your body. It's like having a horse. Your horse isn't going to do very well if you're not feeding it and letting it rest. And I think with this consciousness expansion that we've had, we're also all collectively experiencing other people's reality. And it's a very stressful time because there's a lot of anxiety out there. So bodies need rest even more than ever before. A nice hot bath, cuddle up on the couch with a comforter. Any of these things can help you get your space back from the collective reality and give you a chance to be more present and in your own life. And when you do that, then you're able to create your reality the way you want to create your reality and not the way the collective is. So if you like these videos, please share them with your family and friends and also on your social media. And please click the like button and subscribe. And that way you're telling YouTube to share this far and wide and get this out to people who really need to see this information. If you'd like a free sample of one of my consciousness techniques, click on the link below to the Skybox technique. It'll give you an expanded viewpoint of your life, a consciousness level viewpoint, if you will. And if you want some manifestation techniques, Manifesting Money and Miracles is my self-study course where you learn how to energetically manifest amazing changes in your life. And if you want to know more, my website is joan-newcomb.com. There you can learn about my individual sessions where I take a look at you as consciousness and what's going on in your life today. And then I can answer any questions that you might have, whether it's about relationships, whether it's about your job, money, your living situation, what's coming up in your future. And I can also talk to your deceased loved ones. I do half-hour sessions or hour sessions, and they're all recorded just for you. And if you want to learn how to do this for yourself, and that is navigate your life as consciousness with the help of some consciousness techniques, Manifesting Money and Miracles is a great preparation for my coaching special where I work with you one-on-one and give you specific consciousness techniques so that you can transform your life. So go to my website, joan-newcomb.com, and I'll see you tomorrow in another Morning Musings.